It is exciting times for our maritime industry, as I'm sure everyone's looking forward to the future of navigation. And with you, More by Maritime is actually very eager to look forward to that future. Today's agenda is very robust, and I've actually met with our suppliers in Denmark, Denmark Marine, to make sure that we have a very productive day today.
With the future of navigation at hand, Morbay's aim is to further expand the awareness, interest, and knowledge of the local industry with global navigational innovations and international regulations. By bringing together international experts, our government agency partners, and key movers in the private sector, our series of conferences should be able to broaden the discussion points and eventually enable the entire community to work together in developing a more progressive maritime industry.
We have invited our government agency partners from the Marina, the Maritime Industry Authority, and the Philippine Coast Guard to give us an overview of the policies and regulations with regards to the Ecdis mandation and how it will be implemented here in the Philippines.
By virtue of this mandate and functions, the Marina, as the flag state administration, implements international and national maritime safety rules and regulations on Philippine registered ships to the issuance of circulars, advisories, and memorandum circulars.
Philippine Coast Guard derives its authority from Republic Act 2993, also known as the Philippine Coast Guard Law of 2009. The core functions of the Coast Guard, they are the maritime safety, the maritime search and rescue, maritime security, maritime law enforcement, and marine environmental protection.
So today we're actually giving you the full package. The hardware, which is the Ecdis, the software, the ENC, and the actual technical skills to be used to manipulate the two, which is with the training skills.
Well, hello again. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Mabuhay, or welcome, as we say in Danish. It's a great pleasure for me to be here today, and I would like to thank you all for joining our event. And as Mr. Miranda said in his opening speech, I hope you will have a useful, constructive, and informative day. So,
as you can see, we are located more or less globally, and here in the Philippines we have the pleasure of working together with Mumbai.
And I fully agree, of course, that Ecdis is, as the President said earlier, will be the primary navigation equipment board for Carriage.
Is the latest model of Ecdis now has this feature that could limit, or it will warn the user if the magnification of charge is too much. I think the limit is 3 times only.
Do you have an Ecdis simulator available that can be sold or used by our local training centers?
We have been searching and we have been asking all over the Philippines, but there is any training center that can offer this kind of.
And we have a dilemma because they were requesting for a type approved training, which unfortunately we couldn't provide here in the Philippines, because if you look at it, there are around 48 or 50 Ecdis makers, and it's impossible to provide type specific training here in the Philippines.
Alex Aguilo, OSM Shipping Company. My question is regarding backup. If the ABR of the vessel is not working anymore, electronics voltage regulator, what will be the alternate backups and how long it will last?
I would like to address this question to either Coast Guard or to Marina. It was stated earlier on that Ecdis would be made mandatory in a few years time, 2012, and it would be made mandatory for vessels which are 500 cruise tons and above or engaged on international voyages. And I would just like to clarify what effect would it create to the domestic vessels, because it wasn't clear to me if it would be made mandatory for domestic vessels.
Ecdis, as we have discussed, is mandatory for vessels engaged in international voyages. But since this is an aid to navigation, you know that one of the common standards of Ecdis is that it should promote safety so that the flag administration can adapt it and implement it on the local, on the domestic trade or on the local domestic ships. Even at this moment, there are big shipping lines that are using Ecdis already, but it is not mandatory. And Marina will have to make consultations when it is planned to implement it in the domestic trade. We will have to get the feel of the ship owners. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Captain Dino from Share. My question is, can Ecdis also give an early warning sign for incoming tsunami?
Yeah, because
but we recognize the importance of training and this simulation. That's a very important area. Dylan and I, we were visiting many ship operators and managers in Hong Kong in November and in Shanghai as well. And every place the question was, what about training? What about training?
So I would like to have my future visits again to this country.
I'd like to thank everyone again. That concludes the program for today. Thank you so much for coming and please enjoy the lunch.